Ground Monday Night Mayhem. There are 3 shows here, so without further ado, let's get underway. Our opening contest is scheduled for 1 fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first.
So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the ambassador of the World Wrestling Network, Trevin Adams, joined by Papi D, and tonight, WWN presents WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem. Welcome to the booth, buddy.
This is Papi D from UNME, and as you can see, you have invited me to commentate on this beautiful match.
Sorry, I thought Michael James was going to keep talking on you, buddy. But definitely glad to have you, and here's a bad man.
The baddest man.
Representing the gifted, Florida, weighing in at 240 pounds, the baddest man alive, Leeroy.
You heard Michael James. Out of all the people who are alive, Leeroy Shogun is the baddest one of them all for facing against Kurtis Wake here tonight.
Leeroy Shogun. Papi, we have seen Shogun for years here in WWN. And as you just heard right there, not a lot of people can make a claim like that and back it up, but I'm telling you right now, I've seen Shogun knock men out in a single blow.
He's got the resume. He's got the background. You can't just be calling yourself that and not back it up. Well said.
That's the reality. When you look at this guy, trained in 5 martial art disciplines.
5.
Masters in 2, has won 4 international karate tournaments, beat 3 men in 1 night. And since transitioning to our sport of professional wrestling, 5 years in now, Papi, his first year undefeated.
Undefeated. Whoa, Kurtis Wake has a mountain to climb here tonight, but let's not discredit him just yet. A young, hungry horse here in Kurtis Wake. Let's see what he's got.
You see the takedown right there. Well done, a little bit of that martial arts style from Shogun. Of course, Wake, do not underestimate Wake. Been spending time with Aleister Black in the dark arts.
Oh,
God.
Woo!
Yes, indeed. That back right there on fire. Hace calor. Did I say it almost right?
Appreciate it. Hace calor. There you go.
Official Gator Roberts here, calling it down the middle. I am going to be watching closely here to see how bad the back is for Kurtis Wake as the match continues.
Honestly, all he needs is one stomp. That's already tearing him. Ooh. Nope, he's still on the head.
Yeah, well done by Shogun, able to take control of things, grabbing onto Wake. I don't blame Wake for keeping things close, actually, because if he can manage to get down Shogun, but the strength, however, of Shogun, well, you're going to find out just like that. Exactly.
Called it right on the dot.
Papi, you've been in these kind of positions where you're facing off against a bigger man. What's the strategy against a guy like Shogun?
Tear down the big red tree. Please take down the legs, the legs, the legs. Nothing but legs. And Kurtis?
He managed to dump Shogun out.
But he's still on his legs.
Well, and this is the challenge is Shogun was dumped out and Wake trying to charge in, but I think Wake was still recovering, wasn't able to really take advantage of that, and now it's Wake tossed outside of the ring.
Flip the script. Is he going for? Okay.
Ouch.
Dope.
2 boots
To the back of the head. That's what it looked like.
no question.
Kurtis, if you could hear me, those legs are ripe for the picking.
I don't think he can hear you, but oof.
If he could hear me in spirit, I'm rooting for his debut. Come on.
Kurtis, it's his first opportunity in the singles action here. He's actually been in some tag team matches before in Proving Ground, as well as before Full Impact Pro, believe it or not. But this match in particular, a first time ever matchup. And now, smart, look at the dragon screw in the ropes.
All right. Kurtis, I said the legs. That may have been a little bit questionable, but that's referee's discretion.
A quick 2 count right there, and indeed kicking that rope up into the lower nether regions, if you will, of Shogun. But now you're seeing some aggression come out of the artist. This is a guy right now who, as he's put it, he has faced his own music. Now he wants others to face the music. You saw the guitar, of course. I would keep an eye on that wherever the heck that is. But strategy you asked for, Papi, you're seeing it. Legs are under attack.
That's what's on the menu, legs, legs. Kurtis has a lot to prove here in his debut, looking to make a mark here at WWN Proving Ground. And who better else to get a victory over than the baddest man alive, Leeroy Shogun? Is that a 2 count?
It's not quite, but a very impressive pin, well executed here by Kurtis Wake. And that's, you got to think about it from the perspective of Wake. He came in here, he knew he was going to face a bigger man. And you got to wonder for Shogun, is there a little bit of overconfidence? When you really are that bad, at some point do you underestimate because you're just used to going running through people?
Well, there's a thin line between confidence and cockiness, and Leeroy, ouch, ouch, ouch. Back to Leeroy. Leeroy rides the confidence side, and as I said, he has the resume and the background to back it up, so anything that he claims, it's legit.
And as that knee's still under attack, you notice Shogun started to pull on the face of Wake. In fact, if Wake wasn't smart, and he was, he got up, could have been pulled into a rear naked choke there. And you know Shogun can hit you with that.
Stay on your feet. Ooh!
Ouch.
That's going to leave a big red mark on that pale white skin.
We are streaming live right now, youtube.com/WWNLive or facebook.com/WWN Promotions. And like you just said, Papi, beautiful HD, you can see the chest red now. Indeed, hamburger meat.
Hamburger meat redder than a ripe tomato.
Giving it to Wake, though, not giving up, still pushing back, been working hard. I've known Wake pretty much throughout the duration of his career, and the attitude, of course, of Wake has been the one thing that's put me off, but the willingness to work hard and the legs hooked. Not keeping that shoulder down, though. So that willingness to work hard, Papi, I'll give Kurtis Wake that.
We'll give him that. He has the mentality. He has the determination. But in terms of attitude, there's better ways to get to the top.
Appreciate you being here in the booth with me today. Always good to get some expert analysis. Of course, you'll be in a match a little bit.
I feel so flattered. Thank you.
Based on a true story, you'll be in a match a little bit later tonight yourself against Slade Porter. We'll talk about that a little bit later.
Talk about that later. But right now we got Leeroy firing up.
And taking down.
Dropping him down.
You said it.
How's that back treating him now? We saw that first stomp at the beginning.
What was it like being run over? And I'm glad I have not had experienced that. But Wake now in some trouble. And here comes Shogun. Oh. Wake was trying to move, did not get out of the way. And a modified jackhammer, leg is hooked.
So we see the mindset of these both competitors. We see Leeroy working the back, and we see Kurtis working the legs, as case proven right here. Now the question is, which body part will give out more that will give the victory to its respectful competitor?
Well, you saw the counter there and the spinning heel kick. Almost a savate kick, rocking Kurtis Wake, and I think that was the problem, as Wake kept going after the same leg, and honestly, Shogun got to the point where he had the cognizance to say, man, I know the counter for that, and now Wake is exposed, and where the hell is Shogun?
Oh my goodness, slap a donkey and call me Bertha!
And indeed, Bertha, that's it.
Here is your winner, the baddest man alive, Leeroy Shogun.
You can count to 100, definitive win here by the baddest man alive, Leeroy Shogun.
That cutter out of the corner. Unique offense from a guy the size of Shogun, and that's what we said from day one. Transitioning from the mixed martial arts, initially trained by Jay Lethal, and then hanging out with the rest of the gifted. This guy just gets better and better. And look, this man not paid by the hour. You can see he's heading to the back, going to the pay window. Watch out if you find yourself across the ring from Shogun. But hey, I'll give it to Wake. He's managing at least to get to his feet. Still wonder if he knows where he is.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following six-man tag team contest is set
what a combination here. And really diverse styles, Papi D, but I think they complement each other well when you look at this team.
Couple of behemoths walking into the ring.
I would not want to be on the other side of the ring from these guys, but I think their opponents, they're going to be ready to step up, that's for sure.
And their opponent.
Bring him on. What a couple of colorful personalities walking into the ring, facing against the behemoths.
You're not kidding. A lot of energy here when it comes to Samuel C, Beastly, Izzy, Vaden. We're gonna see how well they work together, but thus far, obviously coming out, smiles on their faces, ready to entertain this great crowd here. We were at the OCC Road House in Clearwater, Florida. Destination, you need to come here. If you are ever on vacation, you're heading into that greater Tampa Bay area. Man, I'm telling you, great food. You like motorcycles? Heck, you see the Harley Davidson, Bert's Barracuda right there, and the drinks are flowing here tonight. Of course, you noticed Michael James, our announcer. It's a little bit of a casual night here tonight. Heck, you might even catch me in a WWN polo tonight because it is back to school, and we said, hey, you know what? It's a little hot. Let's just chill out. We'll relax here.
Let's enjoy the final days of summer before we have to put all of our summer clothes in the closet and bring out the barely winter clothes here in Florida, which is barely anything.
I was going to say there's never a winter in Florida. Look at Beastly going nuts. However, nobody's taking it easy in the ring here, and you can already see Beastly trying to get his hands. I don't know if he wants Ryan.
Oh, my. The strength of Izzy to carry the big man of Beastly. In a previous life, Beastly would have been a competitive eater. True story. He told me that.
I wouldn't argue with it. I've known Beastly for a very long time. 16 years in the sport, even predates me, and from that perspective, Coban in, getting Ryan the Sensei now, trying to get Royce and as well as Coban, and we are in action here. Absolute chaos. Kicking off this six-man, good God, six-man tag team action. I bet this is one of those moments, Papi D, you're happy to call it, as Coban right now.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, Coban probably does not want to be in the position he is, and he's introduced to the floor. El Cazador Castillo. You can probably say that a little better than me, but nevertheless.
El Cazador Castillo.
Oh, that's beautiful. Of course, he's a descendant of the Mayan god of death. I'm going to brutalize this to Apuk. Is that close?
Apuk.
There we go. And that moniker means he is the hunter. Of course, he's not hunting animals. He's trying to hunt people, but now let's focus on Ryan the Sensei, who's getting mocked by Samuel C.
Oh.
You know, I lived
hard cold cock from Samuel C.
You're absolutely right. I lived through the early 90s, and watching Samuel C, beautiful arm drag there, it's like he's reverted in. I really feel like it's 1991 right now. And taken down, beautiful.
Big move right from the start.
Yeah, the TKO, no, not quite. Not quite, but man, Ryan the Sensei, interesting cat. About a year in the sport, trained by Merck and Jay Lethal, and you know, he's picked up some interesting wins throughout his career. In the distraction here now, official Jay Taylor takes his eye off the ball, and Ryan the Sensei has taken things over.
Took advantage of the situation. Oh my goodness, my knees would never do that.
He does the pistol squat leg drop, and that is impressive, but on one count only. I'm serious, pistol squats, they're both dangerous and complicated. So
credit to his knee strength. I'm jealous.
No question. He calls himself a sensei because he has a background in martial arts, 2-1 MMA record. I think he's a little delusional. I don't think you're a sensei that early in your career, but tandem action right there, neck breaker and the elbow. There's the pin.
Quick kick out at one.
You said it, quick kick out by Samuel C.
Block it up, block it up.
Former two-time cruiserweight champion here in the World Wrestling Network. Man, you name the person, Sam spent the time to train with him, including honestly our own crew here, Francisco Chiazza, the late great, at the WWN Training Center. But now Royce Crush Adams, 7 years now, upwards of in the sport. Of course, that moniker Crush coming from his father. I actually had the opportunity to go to Kona about a month and a half ago. Kona Crush, that's where they were from. It was actually really pretty cool to see it. I can see why I would have never left there, and I can see why maybe you're cranky when you do. Oof. And the fighting off, can Sam get away?
The opposition, going for his teammates, and tag to Izzy Vaden.
And he'll always be there for you. There's Izzy Vaden, lifeguard. Need some lifeguards here in Clearwater. But a counter here.
First whip, up and over.
And the strength on display.
Oh my goodness. Will we see the surfboard coming up? Izzy's calling for it.
He called for it. Well, you called that, he called for it. And
Come on.
Coban with the answer, saw it coming, and that's the problem with the 6-man tag, as you know, Papi.
Ripping the rug right under his feet, and Royce giving Izzy a taste of his own medicine.
Big slam, center of the ring, and that's the challenge. You need eyes, back of the head, side of the head, and what a leg drop as well.
Leg drop across the neck of Izzy Vaden, going for number 2. Will third try be a charm?
Looks like that's what we're about to see. And bam!
1 for the money, 2 for the looks, and 3 for good measure.
Leg is hooked.
But only a 2 count. Looks like 3 wasn't the magic number here.
Cannot keep down the man. He's a first aid tech. He's a guardian of the bay, the savior of the sea.
He saved me a couple times when I was drowning in the ocean in the Caribbean.
Why were you drowning?
Well, I was a kid. I didn't know how to swim yet.
Okay, fair point. As Izzy tries to fight up and hits the chin breaker. Can he create the separation? Can Izzy get to the corner? Close, but Royce grabbing on.
Oh my goodness.
There's the Enziguri.
And there's the tag to Beastly.
And the monstrous Beastly. Look at the headbutt. Rocking Castillo. And it looks like Castillo's going to get a tour of the ring.
Tour of the islands.
I was thinking the same thing. If it was Crush, I would have went for it. But right now, Beastly flying through it. Flying headbutt. Well done by Beastly.
A hard-hitting headbutt flying from out of nowhere.
Beastly from the darkest wilds. He's got a bit of that like street fighting. Not afraid to really get down and dirty, but Royce gets the boot up caught. Ooh, right in the bread basket.
Stunner!
And a stunner, you said it. And now here's the Sensei. Things breaking down.
Bringing down the Beastman.
Spinning kick, but now here's
Code breaker from Samuel C. Castillo coming in. What's he looking for? A throat chop? Into an Alabama slam?
Could
Air raid siren.
Could be bad. I think he calls it the El Dasaloho. God, I'm gonna screw that up. Dasaloho. But don't matter anymore because now here's Izzy Vaden.
Trying to lock it in.
Muscling up the
and muscled up indeed.
Watch out, here comes Royce.
Full Nelson locked in.
Counter by Izzy, able to escape. Official nearly got caught.
Hey, what in the name of Mary was that?
Well, unfortunately, official had no clue, and there's that Nelson into the choke slam, and I hate this. They win.
Crushing the crown jewels.
Team, all your winners, the team of Rhiannon the Sensei, El Cazador, Coban Castillo, and Royce Crush Adams.
Well, you gotta give it to this combination. They were able to bend the rules a little bit, Papi D, but it was successful, and there's a little insult on top of the injury.
Izzy, I'd put some ice on that, please.
Poor Izzy, man. Official Jay Taylor had no clue, and by hook or by crook, it's Ryan, it's Castillo, it's Royce, and they are victorious here. 6-man action. And you know what's exciting? Papi, we still have so much more to come here.
A whole lot of more action coming your way.
And you got to think there's going to be some comeuppance to pay after what just happened here.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first.
Kaia McKenna coming off of a big victory just last night at Shine 83, part of a 6-woman tag, just about as chaotic as the one we saw a moment ago. Kaia leading her team to that victory. Regular at Shine Wrestling since Shine 78.
Two ladies pulling double duty here.
Of course, you can see Shine 83 on demand as part of your club WWN subscription, or available for individual purchase at WWNLive.com. And sharing is caring. Look at our official Olivia Lyon.
And her opponent. She is making her Proving Ground debut from sleepy Howell, New York, weighing at 122 pounds.
So Rhiannon Jones here, also making her debut last night at Shine 83. One of those situations where right place, right time, and having an opportunity to face off against Carolina Cruz, but of course things did not exactly go so well for Rhiannon last night. Young lady, though, in the infancy of her career, less than a year so far in the sport. Kaia McKenna, of course, a veteran, heading towards about 5 years, trained at the Black and Brave Wrestling Academy by Seth Rollins and Merrick Brave. And you see the lockup right here, and Rhiannon, maybe not a smart move. Look at that.
You can't knock Rhiannon's ambition, though. In the infancy of her career, she has got the guts to make it far here in her professional career.
Well, we're going to see right there. So went for the lockup against a much larger woman, found out the hard way that ain't going to go well, and now being smart, using the speed, ducking yet another line attempt, and able to get around Kaia and a beautiful arm drag. Perhaps the veteran caught a little off guard right here. Oh, wow, what a splash in the corner.
Snapmare from Rhiannon.
Rhiannon showing it, you're right.
Splash going for a count.
Wow.
Going for an early victory.
Shock it all, don't waste the time when you're facing off against a veteran like Kaia McKenna.
You want to get this done, and get this done quick.
Would be the biggest win in the career of Rhiannon. And looking for dumping head first.
Ooh. Ah. Oh, my.
Thanks.
Avoiding copyright infringement.
Pitfall. 2 count only. And young Rhiannon here, we're going to see what kind of playbook she has, kind of trying to figure things out. As much as Rhiannon has definitely had opportunities to hold some gold elsewhere within the state. Now you're here, you're in the World Wrestling Network. You're coming off a debut at Shine, and now you might have just lost a rib.
Knocking the wind out of the young whippersnapper.
And Kaia going for the kill here. Oh, but Rhiannon just barely kicking out. You see, Kaia's getting a little nasty. Look at the right hands, not the Kaia we're used to seeing.
For Rhiannon, the quicker you get this match done, the more in favor you have of a victory. The longer this match goes, the veteran will take the cake.
No question. Kaia, not only on top of her professional wrestling, has the background of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, as well as karate, has competed in martial arts. And I love to see how many athletes have been able to translate that to our sport. Rhiannon, young lady with some confidence, but I think right now that chest might be saying, ouch.
Looks like we're touring the islands with a chop tour. Third corner, not successful. And she gives her a taste of her own medicine.
It is the return fire right there, smartly done by Rhiannon. You see Kaia caught off guard, perhaps. I think this is one of those where the veteran perhaps thought it was going to be an easy night, but Kaia tried to put on the brakes, able to hit the reversal. And, oh, well.
Rhiannon tried to stop her, but the power from the veteran.
And Kaia's getting brutal. You just saw trying to trip her down. Rhiannon desperately did not want to go down, and Kaia said, I'm going to choke the life out of you, young lady. It is on-the-job training. You've been there, Papi. At the beginning of your career, you had moments like this.
Yes, and you can get in your head. Sometimes it's your night, sometimes it's not, but you just got to keep getting up and keep pushing.
And it's, oh, just a 2 count. And now you got to wonder, is there a little frustration here from Kaia McKenna? Did Kaia think it was going to be an easy night tonight? Ouch, it is not an easy night for Rhiannon right now, that's for sure.
Keep your chin up, Rhiannon. Keep your chin up. Find that crack in the pavement.
Oh, man, that side slam. Could it be?
Well, we found a crack in the back there.
Brutality here from the witch, if you will. Kaia, usually a good witch, but I think tonight a cranky witch. And that is a whiskey at the beginning, the letter W. I'm saying witch, as the arm now being grabbed onto. Little noogies. How disrespectful is that, Papi?
Just because she's a young whippersnapper doesn't mean she needs her hair played with.
When I think that's the situation. Kaia's been all over the country. Kaia's been there, done that, and really I think she was just excited for the match at Monday Night Mayhem. But Rhiannon right now sees the opportunity. Could be the adrenaline.
There you go. All you need is that one slip up.
Tossed off Kaia. And where's Rhiannon going? Looking to maybe get some momentum, catching Kaia charging in.
Catches her with the back elbow.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Ouch. Well, you saw again, Kaia saw the legs, looked like Rhiannon was going to try to kick, and instead, wow, the clothesline from young Rhiannon Jones, and Jones is coming back to life.
Dropping her back to back to...
Tries to slip through, but back! Does hit the DDT.
A DDT with some little knee action to the face. I couldn't see that well.
Upset. Could it be?
Not yet.
Oh, it's now or never, Papi. I'm telling you, man, that was awesome. I give a lot of credit to Jones. This young lady's either going to jump on it or Kaia's going to recover.
Looking for it a second time. A little ooh-ee-ah. Slides away.
And unfortunately, Kaia had it scouted, saw it coming, was able to now catch the young lady, and you're just seeing muscling up and up and down. That, my friends.
Is that 100?
That is it.
We could count to 1 million.
Here's your winner, Kaia McKenna.
Rhiannon Jones gave it her all here, pushing hard to try to beat up the veteran in a matchup. That was let's be honest, again, one of the biggest matches in the career of the young lady who's at her infancy. Great showing against Kaia McKenna, just not quite enough to win here tonight at Monday Night Mayhem.
Never knock the effort of an individual. Rhiannon came here with the ambition, fell a little short, but you just pick your chin up and keep on going, fight another day.
And it's like Kaia asking Rhiannon to come back into the ring.
A little show of respect between the two ladies.
I love stuff like this. I love stuff like this. Might have been some tough love from Kaia McKenna, but I think she was impressed by Rhiannon enough to give the young lady a little love, give the young lady the stage.
In the young stage of her career, she needs all the influences she can to make it far. And good showing here.
Oh, there you are.
Hey.
How you doing? You hanging in there?
I could be better. Yeah.
Yeah? That was a little hard on you tonight, huh?
Yeah.
You know why I did that?
Why?
Because you have a lot of potential.
Yeah.
You didn't back down. Even when I was really putting the boots to you, you put them right back. You took it just as hard.
Thank you.
All right?
I really appreciate that.
You got something special, and I really want to see you stick with it.
Thank you.
So I'll see you around.
It's really nice.
contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first.
And I'm excited to say the voice of WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem, Alex Green, joining me here in the booth. Welcome home, my friend. Sorry you got held up getting to the building today.
I was watching live on YouTube. I saw the chaos that's already unfolded. Big wins from Leeroy Shogun. We saw second-generation superstar Royce crush Adams, pick up the win in the six-man. But when I saw the card, this is one I was excited for. Daniel Lacey and Boom Boom Brandon Groom.
And his opponent,
Brandon Groom, you want to talk about an absolute veteran here, Alex. We're calling it really a debut, but honestly, give or take a decade ago, we were running around hanging out with Brandon Groom in this geography.
I met him for the first time 10 years ago right here in Central Florida. And then we saw him stand out at the Gabe Sapolsky seminar in the WWE ID Showcase.
Yeah, co-production between the World Wrestling Network House of Champions. Such an awesome event. You can actually check it out right now online on the House of Champions YouTube. But nevertheless, Brandon Groom indeed standing out, getting the opportunity that night, finding his way back into the World Wrestling Network fold. But it's got a tall order here tonight because you look at Daniel Lacey, and man, you've called many of these matches here. Alex Lacey has been virtually unstoppable, nearly becoming our WWN Proving Ground champion. Let me not talk over the booms. As well as, really it was, Rich Ford Ayala, and that was a damn close match. And Rich really had to really pull it out and get a quick roll up to even win that matchup. I mean, Lacey is the measuring stick, I would argue, without a title here in Proving Ground.
When Daniel Lacey returned to Proving Ground, he clearly came with a mission. And only suffering narrow defeats to Sage Scott and Rich Port Ayala, which are two of the absolute best here. He has been undefeated.
And you said it. Every time we see Lacey, if Lacey takes a week off, 2 weeks off, you don't see him here, he comes back in even better shape, even better, always training, always getting better. Started early in his career with Devon Dudley, but since then, man, he has been training, he's been working hard, got all the inspiration from the time in Memphis. And of course, Brandon Groom, dude, for Lacey's 5 to 6 years in the sport, Brandon Groom, 26 years in the sport, trained by Dory Funk Jr. and Manny Hernandez. Brandon Groom was in Florida Championship Wrestling from 07 to 08, learning from Steve Kern, Dr. Tom, Norman, Billy Kidman. I mean, it's like Brandon Groom is a sponge, and you're going to see the talent right now.
And both men coming into this contest in incredible shape, both looking just like pro wrestling throwbacks.
Well, that's actually the whole gimmick Daniel Lacey pushes so hard, right? I'm a grown-ass man. Well, you're looking at another grown-ass man, I'm making air quotes up here, in Brandon Groom for sure.
And what agility from Brandon Groom right there.
Boom, boom, baby.
I don't think Daniel Lacey was ready for that.
One of the cool things about Groom as well, runs Lionheart Championship Wrestling in Oklahoma. Actually named the promotion after a young student who passed away, Daniel the Lion Rose. One of those terrible situations, but being able to celebrate the life and continue to remember somebody like that. And Groom's so proud of that, and it's kind of lucky we're getting him right now instead of being in Oklahoma here in Florida, but Lacey knows what a win against Brandon Groom would mean as well.
The trek from Oklahoma to Florida, no short trip. You know Brandon Groom came here looking for a win.
And also caught the boot. You saw him made Lacey wait a damn long time. Lacey was basically defenseless. Groom going for perhaps figure four.
Or one of the famous funk spinning toe holds.
Oh, and there's a pinfall attempt from Lacey, and I kid you not, the official who's doing a pretty good job trying to get the counts goes by Brock Kesner.
Referee Brock Kesner making his debut this Monday.
I checked his ID. That's actually the young man's name. God bless him. But we're just going to call him Kesner for the rest of the night to avoid any confusion. But right now you see Groom trying to struggle away, and Lacey, it's very rare that Lacey isn't stronger in the matchup. And I feel like Groom's got the strength advantage here, Alex.
And both men almost matched in size and strength with a slight advantage going to Brandon Groom.
We already talked.
It's not every day Daniel Lacey finds himself in the ring with somebody that can match that size.
And especially the experience right there. And a big shoulder tackle takedown done with excellence from Brandon Groom. You look at Brandon Groom, man, this is just rock and roll. Literally, it's rock and roll. You think it was 1980-something. Guy's such an enthusiastic individual. And as you're also noticing, talented as heck in the ring as those arm drags tossing around Daniel Lacey.
And this is another one of those unique matchups with the ever-growing roster here at Proving Ground. You never know who you're going to see each and every week. Brandon Groom making his debut. We saw Kurtis Wake earlier. You never know who you're going to see as Daniel Lacey just getting pummeled.
This is called the final boom. And if he's able to hit him in the face coming off of the ropes here, this is it. This is it. And I have seen man after man put away. Last time I saw Groom, he won this way. Could be the end. Oh, wow. Lacey kicked out.
Barely at 2.99. Daniel Lacey kicking out of the final boom. And I was ready to ring the bell, Trevin.
And it's going to get even worse for Lacey. Look at the strength of press slam. How in the hell is Groom doing this?
What incredible strength from Brandon Groom, but Daniel Lacey to the eyes.
And Kesner didn't see it. The official had no clue there was the rake, and now shoulder first into the post. And I think this match was over. I honestly do. And just like that, Lacey turns it around.
Daniel Lacey known to do whatever it takes, not afraid to bend a rule, break a rule, and do whatever to win the match. You see it right there. And now Brandon Groom went from the precipice of winning this match to in trouble.
Oh, arm being pulled over the ropes, ring being used as a weapon.
Looking to hyperextend the shoulder, dislocate the shoulder.
And honestly, that is what you're seeing here, and it's, wait, is Groom gonna counter this? He's trying to take out Lacey, and we get a suplex outside of the ring, man.
That would be gnarly, but Daniel Lacey, wherewithal suplexing, bringing Brandon Groom in the hard way.
And going right after the arm there, Lacey very focused when it comes to the offense. Very little wasted effort.
What a contest. What a night. WWN Monday Night Mayhem.
Lacey says that wrestling is his living. He's all wrestling all the time, but really I think so is Brandon Groom. Loves to bring the power of love to all the fans and trying to, well, bring the power, I'm not going to call it love, into the face of Daniel Lacey, but great counter by Lacey.
Now Daniel Lacey with the arm drag, stopping the momentum, but boom, boom.
Here's the situation. I think Lacey sensed the danger, obviously, hence breaking the rules, but now has figured out if I change the pace of the matchup, I've got a chance here. I think they're starting to see some weakness in Brandon Groom as the matches went on. The damage has been done to both athletes.
Slow it down, you stop the momentum. Momentum is a huge factor in any athletic competition.
And you see right now, if Groom wanted, could have done the same thing Lacey had done with a face rake. And Groom's not doing that. That's not how Groom rolls, but not afraid to hit you back.
Big forearm shots right to the jawline.
You know, Groom's got a MMA winning record, believe it or not, a multi-combat sport athlete, but I think the head just got taken off of Groom.
I was gonna say, if this was an MMA fight, that lariat would have knocked him out and this match would have been over.
Official definitely would have been jumping down there with concern, and back to the arm. Lacey has now targeted the body part. Once again, the self-proclaimed grown-ass man, every inch of Lacey. He thinks other athletes are boring. Right now, trying to rip out the fingers of Groom.
The target is on the arm, the shoulder, the elbow. That nullifies a lot of that upper body strength of Brandon Groom. And he's feeding off the fans here. OCC Road House, Clearwater, Florida.
Definitely a beautiful night here tonight, a little less humid than yesterday. Still a balmy 83 degrees as Groom tries to fight back. And Lacey now, was going for that running knee.
And he got a back body drop in the attempt for the knee. And Brandon Groom, this might be his moment.
Discus lariat. Lacey's in trouble, man. That knee, that Top Gun has taken so many out. You know, it's funny, I was talking to Baby Keith the other day, and he called Daniel Lacey a grown-ass baby. Of course, those two have a little bit of issues, and are we going to see the final boom again?
And boom, boom, Brandon Groom bringing the boom to Clearwater, Florida, and Daniel Lacey not enjoying it.
Gets out of the way, well done by Groom. Look at that shoulder tackle, the size, all of the muscular.
And what a win it would be for Brandon Groom to, in his debut at Proving Ground, to pick up the win over Daniel Lacey, who's been damn near unstoppable. And there's the strength once again, Trevin.
And there's that press slam. I was going to say, those muscular lads getting into the gut of Lacey. Now dumped face first. Lesnar's there. Kesner, excuse me. See, I knew I'd do it. And a 2 count.
Kesner right there in position. Only a 2 count. But incredible strength from Boom Boom Brandon Groom. Not only once, but twice hoisting the grown-ass man over his head.
And this time, Lacey was not able to stop Groom. Groom might be thinking it's time for that eruption airplane span, but no, Lacey escapes. And there's the Top Gun!
Right to the jaw. Knee pad is down.
And that is the full Top Gun. First one was a high knee, either way, both effective, and that is it.
Here is your winner, Daniel Lacey.
What a win for Lacey here. Perhaps one of the toughest challenges outside of the WWN Proving Ground Championship matchup, if you will, for Daniel Lacey beating the veteran Brandon Groom, and truthfully an instant classic.
Brandon Groom came to Florida with a mission to pick up a win, but he fell just short to the grown-ass man, Daniel Lacey. What a contest. And it's action like this brought to us each and every week by Territory Tees. And I hope this isn't the last that we're gonna see a Boom Boom Brandon Groom. Impressive showing.
Definitely, and you know Brandon Groom, of course, had this matchup won a little bit earlier. And you gotta say this, good to see Groom. A great first half here, WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem, and man, we still got so much more to come, including the match we've all been waiting for. Lemuria finally has to face the music against Big Dog Rafael Gonzalez, the Southern Gentleman Rick Thames, our main event tonight.
Our next contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first. Battle at Gym, weighing in at 300 pounds. Ironside.
Where's the beef, to say the least? Alex, welcome back here. Second half of WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem, and we got the massive, the monstrous Ironside coming out, getting ready for a showcase matchup that's going to be two big bulls going at it.
Ironside, we have only seen him once during the Monday Night Mayhem era. It was in a 6-man tag team contest, so this will be our first singles sighting of Ironside, and that is a big man.
Been a hot minute since we've seen John Strange, and honestly, it's because they finally figured out how to keep him in the damn asylum, or so they thought, because John's back out on the streets, and I'm glad I'm up here with you, Alex, not down there. Oh, jeez.
John Strange was on hiatus, locked up in the mental institution. They thought they had it under control, but that is not the case, because he is here at the OCC Road House, and he is taking on Ironside.
Our official Kesner in the house. Good luck, young man, trying to get anywhere near John Strange. I would be terrified too, and I wouldn't want to go near Ironside either. It was a very intimidating conversation. Tried to get a little bit of background on Ironside and got out of him. He's getting into his second year in the sport, trained by Vertigo. And really, outside of that, I kind of got scared, because then he started talking about inflicting pain and doesn't care what it takes to hurt another man. And I said, okay, and kind of backed out slowly. But that's the same with John Strange. He'll hurt himself to hurt you.
And both men very intense individuals, but John Strange with the experience and a giant power slam.
Could be it. Wow. Wow, how did John Strange just take the massive Ironside over with such ease? But you notice Ironside still coming at it, and John again catches the big man. Back suplex.
And that is the 20-plus years experience of John Strange. His unique offense, springboard up to the second rope, elbow drop. John Strange on fire here.
2 count only, and you got to think, Strange has been sitting there for months in the insane asylum, just getting more and more aggression growing up. Oof! And you saw charging in going head first. And now it's the big man Ironside taking advantage. What do you think about legal muggings?
Ironside with the cannonball in the corner.
Bigger than a cannon, man. Pinfall. I don't even know what to call it at that point. You might as well have called it a wrecking ball. This guy's massive.
I was damn near 300 pounds coming in, just wrecking shop.
He's a strong man competitor, a Highland Games competitor, which I know by looking it up. Pinfall. 2 count only. That's why there's so much power in this Ironside, who's now choking the life out of John Strange.
Frustration showing, unable to keep John Strange down. Going to the choke.
And as I was starting to say, that pent-up frustration of not being able to really compete for John Strange while stuck in the asylum came out full bore. But has it backfired on Strange here, Alex?
Maybe came in a little too aggressive, too underestimating, and Ironside taking advantage. And what a win it would be for Ironside to pick up a win over John Strange, a former Proving Ground champion, tag team champion.
But you can believe it. That's the thing. Despite all the credentials, despite all the years, like you said, 26, 27 years for John Strange. You got a guy like Ironside. You bump into him, man. You can see our official Brock's trying to make sure John can continue.
Strange looking confused, almost lost from the impact of some of this offense from Ironside.
We were talking about our sponsor earlier, Territory Tees, and this match has that kind of old school feel you'd get from back in the day. This is where nostalgia meets the ring, and That's what it really comes down to. You think about the old championship wrestling from Florida and all the great T-shirts we have. Oh man, look at that, the guts being just choked out of John. And how about Bruiser Brody shirts? I've seen you in them. You'll love them.
Absolutely love my shirts. I have from Territory Tees. Pick them up at territorytees.com or at any one of our live events. Ironside still just bringing the pain on John Strange, and John Strange in trouble here.
Official nearly about to have to throw this one out, and again, that's the old school nature. Two big bulls facing off here. Excited to be able to present this as part of WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem.
John Strange fighting from his knees, tried to throw that chop. And Ironside just blocked it, knocked it off and put him right in the bear hug.
Can you imagine what the ribs feel like? The inability to breathe right now for John Strange. Actually, you can. A lot of people forget about your illustrious career there, Alex Green. You've been in a bear hug like this.
It just squeezes the air out of you, and each exhale, it gets tighter and you're unable to breathe in a little bit more.
And that's what John needed to do, but caught again. And as you said, you can't breathe. It's constricting. The lights start to go out. You see the official check-in right now.
It takes all of your energy to try to fight out of that, to try to position yourself.
Man, I'm telling you right now, you see barely catching that hand right now. And
John Strange again escapes.
And a flying forearm to take down Ironside.
And a drop kick. John Strange's unique offense. You never know where he's coming from. And he is going for a body slam on Ironside. The strength of John Strange.
It's funny to see how much that body slam has paid off over the years for John Strange. The pin, but does not keep down Ironside. What does that say about Ironside being able to get up from that big slam, all the beating that's been thrown at Ironside from Strange, and vice versa? These guys, it's been nonstop here, Alex.
John Strange went for the reversal. Ironside goes for the scoop, and that's the mandible claw. That's John Strange's signature. He's put away many men with that, Trevin.
And just did again.
Here is your winner, John Strange.
And just as you were mentioning the toughness of Ironside, John Strange with the mandible claw.
Back in the house. Great to see John Strange here in a Proving Ground ring again. You already mentioned both the former WWN Proving Ground Tag Team Champion as well as WWN Proving Ground Champion, reigning for 140 days. You gotta think that's where John's looking to build back up to.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first.
A much different CJ Mallory than we once knew, that's for sure, Alex.
The story being told once Benji, Neptune's protege. Benji was his life coach in Neptune's Trident, but just a few short weeks ago, we saw him basically try to break Benji's neck. Two CJ drivers in the ring.
It's going to be a different ball game here tonight. Get ready to face off with this enigmatic athlete. think he must be from Mexico if he needs a hoodie right now in this temperature. God, it's hot here. I don't know how he's doing it.
I don't know how either, but I also don't know how he pulls off some of his aerial maneuvers and his lucha libre-inspired offense. I have been impressed with Ikki, so this will be a very unique matchup. CJ Mallory, Ikki, one-on-one, first time ever right here, Monday Night Mayhem.
I think it's a big opportunity for CJ to show what he can do as he blazes his own path. And of course, in the case of Ikki, we already know how talented this luchador is. We got Gator Roberts on the officiating, calling it down the middle.
And CJ Mallory told me today when he arrived at the arena that he has named, it was once named the CJ Driver. He told me he's calling it the Neptune Destroyer.
Oh, ridiculous.
Destroying Neptune's Trident, destroying Benji Neptune.
All the way back July 21st, Monday Night Mayhem.
We have not seen Benji Neptune since.
Of course, Ikki now going right for the arm. There's going to be a challenge, or should I say a battle of speed here. Might be a challenge when it comes to the height differential for CJ. Getting the wrist control right now. CJ, I think, and Ikki trying to feel each other out here, Alex.
And this reminds me of a throwback to the old ECW Cruiserweight division. Speed on speed, athleticism on athleticism.
A beautiful core strength there of Ikki. Saw the way he was able to get into the bridge and now into the headlock as well. Already talked about the time training and the inspiration from Lucha Libre in general, especially after his time in Mexico City, where really he said, hey man, what I learned there, it's taking me to the next level. We're seeing it in the ring here at WWN Proving Ground.
And now Ikki, CJ Mallory back and forth, up and down. It ends with Ikki with the arm drag right in the middle of the ring.
The arm indeed being hyperextended there. You see CJ Mallory cautiously trying to figure out how to escape. One wrong move can end this matchup.
And a lot of the fans that were asking, why did CJ Mallory turn his back on Benji Neptune and Neptune's Trident? I tried to get that out of him earlier, and he said some of it boils down to, with Neptune's Trident, we're tag team champions with Oscar Weiss and Benji Neptune. He was never really a centerpiece of the team. And then once Oscar Weiss had left in the Loser Leaves Town match, CJ Mallory never got that same treatment from Benji.
And CJ getting out of the way there. The offense has been very impressive by Ikki. Or is it really Ikki?
I call him Ikki.
Then I'm going to go with it. I'm going to keep us consistent in the booth. And what a forearm, consistently rocking CJ and Ikki. Though a handful of hair by CJ Mallory. Very, very smart, though surely not following the rules, but smart offense here from CJ.
That is the underhand tactics that he is known for.
Leg is hooked. 2 count only. And you just said it. And it's not like Benji was a saint. Oh, again, look at the pin, and I love the form in the face. You can tell CJ's been watching the tape, learning from some of the greats.
And now just disrespecting Ikki.
I don't blame CJ for wanting to break out on his own. I really don't. But it's the way he stabbed Benji in the back and trying to injure Benji. And I understand, again, frustrations, but I feel like you might have been able to work it out, let alone how much better CJ got under that tutelage. However, Ikki's in trouble right now.
Getting the life choked out of him by nonstop CJ Mallory. And most people were disgusted because he tried to end Benji Neptune's career. If you saw those 2 Neptune destroyers and the way he landed on his neck, it was vile.
Ooh, look at that European uppercut. But I agree. That is not what our sport's about. We're not here to hurt each other. We're here for competition. You're here to be the best. After the match is over, the match is over. There's no reason to continue like that. Try to end a man's career, and CJ paid quite a few fines for that. But at the end of the day, what is that? Oof! What does that really do for the person that was hurt?
And now CJ Mallory trying to ground Ikki. He's trying to ride him to the ground. You see him just floated over, and he just launched him.
The back body drop, the height there, too, of Ikki. a very tall man, perhaps deceptively tall, until you see him next to CJ, who, by the way, isn't very short either.
And Ikki went for like a scoop slam, and CJ Mallory fights out, but got ran over with the lariat.
That was indeed successful. As you pointed out, both athletes struggling in the center of the ring, and it was the speed combined with some power here. And now what does Ikki have in mind? Not gonna find out. What a chop to the neck.
It looked like he might have been going for that fall away slam with the bridge.
Leg was taken, or should I say the head was taken off. Not enough to keep down Ikki.
CJ Mallory, you see how he tried to stack him up and put all of the body weight on the shoulders, making it harder and harder to kick out of the pinfall, making you expend more and more energy.
And what's interesting when you look at Ikki, just as we said, the unique offense, the fact that with the mask it's tough to tell where is Ikki. But what you can see now is signs of life, and you gotta love it. You gotta love when athletes go all out, and that's what you're gonna see on October the 12th. Full Impact Pro Wrestling presents Fallout. It'll be our next big premium live event on Club WWN, as well as streaming on WWNLive.com. Look at that knee. You can get all that info on WWNLive.com. I can already tell you right now, our FIP World Heavyweight Champion, August Archwile over in the UK, killing it, by the way, defending that title, will be defending the championship October 12th, and so much more to be announced this week. Stay tuned to WWNLive.com, October the 12th, baby.
Sunday, October 12th, Fallout.
And right here from OCC. So if you're watching this, you're looking for a vacation, come on down.
CJ Mallory, series of savate kicks right on the jawline, and this might be Neptune Destroyer time. And what a win it would be for CJ Mallory out on his own.
And look at that.
That's Benji Neptune. And he's got the neck brace on. We haven't seen him since he took those 2 pile drivers.
Benji better be careful though. Get in the face of CJ, but Benji defenseless.
CJ kind of trying to blow him off, but perhaps taking a little too much time. And now CJ Mallory on the top rope.
Caught. And there's Ikki with the bridge and the pin, and got him.
And Benji Neptune coming out of nowhere. We have not seen him in weeks. Coming out here, perhaps providing the distraction or the moment.
Well, I think Benji was afraid to see what that CJ driver, the Benji Destroyer, as you put it, might have looked like on Ikki here. And Ikki obviously benefiting, victorious here tonight. Enough shortcuts from CJ, I don't feel bad, but no, don't do it, Benji. You got a neck brace on, man. Oh, and get him off him. Get him off, and the official got pushed down. What the hell?
Benji Neptune with a neck brace on, trying to go after CJ Mallory, and that is appearing to be a bad idea.
This is terrible right here.
All of the officials are out from the back.
And I'm glad they are, because Benji Neptune has a neck brace on. We don't have a clue how bad that neck is of Benji. We didn't even expect to see him here tonight. Benji might not have been thinking when he got in the ring and got in the face of CJ, but this could be a setback for Benji Neptune.
Obviously still not medically cleared after the 2 Benji Destroyers on July 21st. Benji Neptune with the neck brace, but now
these officials gotta get CJ out of here.
And we have brought in extra officials. Of course, WWN Commissioner Rick Thames in the main event tonight against Lemeria. But this is chaos, this is pandemonium, and Trevin, this is mayhem.
Did not expect once again to see Benji here. That was definitely a big surprise. Just hope Benji didn't get hurt any worse.
Contest is scheduled for 1 fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first,
And that magnifying glass you see with Slade Porter on his entrance, Trevin, he used that just last week to pick up the pinfall against his opponent tonight, Papi D. This is a grudge match, Trevin.
Saw Papi D earlier, called the first 3 matches of the evening tonight with me. Well, you were stuck in traffic. Gotta love Tampa area, nevertheless. And I'm telling you, I could just see the damage done to the bridge of the nose of Papi. And Papi was in good spirits earlier tonight, but as soon as we started talking about Slade Porter, you saw a serious expression on the face of Papi D. Slade's gonna find out right now, as he bit off more than he could chew, messing with Papi D.
We're about to find out right here, right now, in our next contest.
I don't think we're going to be taking it easy here tonight, Alex.
Papi D, usually known for having a good time, making his infamous TikToks and videos the social media star. But Slade Porter crossed the line last week, took the pineapple, hit him in the face with the magnifying glass, so I don't think we're going to see a lot of fun and games here in this contest.
You can see the expression change on the face of Papi D. Our official Olivia Lyon's gonna have a tough one here, having to keep these 2 athletes from trying to destroy one another.
And both men coming into this contest in incredible shape. 2 incredible athletes. You know, Papi D wants some revenge for last week. He wants some revenge for getting the bridge of his nose split open with the magnifying glass. And we know Slade Porter is known for the underhanded tactics and being dastardly. Who can forget the epic Gunther saga with Dan Leiden?
Never-ending saga. You can see the whole thing on our YouTube, youtube.com/WWNLive. And of course, WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem. Appreciate you watching us, whether it is facebook.com/WWN Promotions, youtube.com/WWNLive, or on demand at Club WWN. And you see Slade now mocking and threatening there with the glass.
And I first met Slade Porter in 2015, and he has only continued to get better, get in better shape, become more manipulative, become more vile.
Yeah, Papi's seen enough here. Big headbutt there, maybe gonna break the bridge of the nose of Slade.
He's holding the bridge of the nose. You might be absolutely right, Trevin.
I wouldn't blame Papi for being that angry. Both athletes. Sky's the limit when it comes to the talent. You mentioned Slade when he was beginning his career, much different man before he moved to Chinatown in LA and picking up the private eye job. I don't know if I'd ever hire him for anything but professional wrestling, but he is a damn good professional wrestler, just with a terrible attitude. Of course, Papi D showing his aggressive side right now.
And Papi D usually comes out here, smile on his face, he's in a good mood, dances around, throws the pants off, but right now, he is just on the assault of Slade Porter.
Slade, since returning to Florida, you're training with guys like Danny Briggs, formerly known as Martin Stone. That guy's got a damn mean streak, let alone the House of Champions crew. And of course, Papi D been with the Fighting Spirit Academy, Pete Dunne, grizzled young vets. So both have been really getting the reps, getting the training, and you're seeing it translate here into the action in the ring. Controlling, albeit with some violence here, the pace of the match is Papi D.
Papi D looking to inflict punishment, to let a little bit of that anger in, that rage, and take it out on Slade Porter. And he was going in the pocket, it looked like, for something, and Slade Porter just straight punch right to the face.
I noticed the same thing. Gives me some concern what might be in there, but Papi gets out of the way, hits the running knee, catching Slade, and now Slade. You don't normally see Papi getting angry enough to basically choke a man, but I don't blame Papi. Think about it again, that cheap shot from Slade last week and the damage done to Papi.
And Papi D was on a roll here at WWN Proving Ground. And then Slade Porter just took all that momentum, breaking the rules.
And there's another opportunity to break the bridge of the nose. Kick is good.
Bunt kick. Hit him with the 35 to 40 yard field goal. OCC Road House, it's good.
Sports ball. But seriously though, you can see again going after the nose, ripping at the face. It's the guys fight outside of the ring and head first in to the guardrail right in front of the pineapple, by the way.
Right in front of the pineapple and right in front of the OCC Road House and WWN Live faithful. Some of our favorite fans that are here each and every week in the premium seats. Those seats only $10 and come with a free DVD.
And of course, you get free seating anywhere else in the building here. That's what's so awesome about Monday Night Mayhem. Great price. In an economy where it's hard to even, wow, springboard, clothesline. I was gonna say where it's hard to afford a family night, pinfall.
Where else can you get free professional wrestling for free? Right here, OCC Road House.
Again, ripping at the face. You know, it's really exciting. A way to end the year, the Wrestle Expo. We're going to host it here right at the OCC Road House. You're going to have opportunities to meet legends, to see live action. We'll be having a WWN Supershow and so much more. Stay tuned to WWNLive.com, but you're going to want to be here. Mark your calendars December 13th and 14th. Let's end the year together, Wrestle Expo. And man, this will be an awesome, awesome time.
It will be the biggest event of the year. If you've ever seen one of the WWN Live experiences, you know, wrestling on wrestling, stars, incredible action. Oof. Just like the matchup you're seeing right here is Slade Porter backbreaker on Papi D.
This has been a ugly fight between these two.
But the fans are coming alive here at the OCC Road House for Papi D, and Slade Porter shut it down with that back elbow.
And you saw going for the nose right there. Nose, the damage was done last week, and watch out, because here comes Slade to an exposed face. Papi could not defend himself. Could be a knockout blow, and hell, the nose may be broken again.
And he is hung out to dry. He doesn't know where he's at. I don't know how Papi D is even moving. The assault on the bridge of his nose, the kick to the face.
Just slugging it out outside of the ring. Might as well be an OCC street fight at this point. Official is applying the count, don't get me wrong, but these two just, they don't care, they just want to fight.
You can see the animosity growing, and that knife edge chop laid him out.
But a 2 count only. Porter refuses to stay down, big boot up. I've always been impressed by how hard, guys are willing to go, and there's the fisherman suplex.
With the pin, but not enough. But the punishment, he is hitting Papi D so hard, he knocked the bandage off of his nose.
Now fully exposed, damage that has been done, and that's what I was starting to say is just, these guys in the moment, tomorrow they may both need their noses fixed and repaired, but right now they don't care, they're just hitting each other as hard as they can, fighting tit for tat.
Both men will wake up tomorrow feeling like they were in a car crash. Make no mistake about it.
And boot to the face and the nose again. You can see the target. Now the leg is hooked.
Only a 2 count, but that kick was vicious, Trevin. And so was that one. You heard it pop.
Slade taking a little time to jaw jack with the WWN faithful here, and perhaps could be giving Papi a moment to recover.
And that looks like exactly what it was, looking to ride him to the ground.
But kicking out the knee. And that, my friend, is some smart defense into offense from Slade Porter, the private eye. Belly to belly.
Belly to belly, right in the middle of the ring, hooks the leg.
You know, one of the points that Porter made when he said he left and was doing that private eye job full time, striking, taking down adversaries. really was, I'd argue, almost a vigilante street thug type. You hired Slade Porter, you took care of your business, but right now, look at the face of Papi D. Thought Papi was starting to come back into this thing, but Slade keeps stomping on the boot.
And he is stomping directly on the foot and ankle. Papi D trying desperately to ride him down, but Slade Porter still having none of it. Right on his face again, Trevin.
You saw the way the arm was twisted and the nose took the full brunt of things, but Slade now in the moment trying to recover. It's been a hell of a battle here. Something's got to give, and look at this. Are we into a crossface?
Papi D locks in the crossface in no man's land, right in the middle of the ring. He is not near the ropes. The referee is right in position.
And notice it's the nose, the bridge of the nose being pulled at the same time here.
Looking to break the nose and tap out Slade Porter. The private eye rolls him up.
Trying to force the break, but now the crucifix bend. Slade pops out.
Both men trying to get the advantage here. And what a kick from Papi D.
He's coming off the top of the axe handle, but caught in the breadbasket right there in the gut. Slade Porter seems to have an answer for everything.
He is definitely a cunning competitor, but Papi D slides through. He was going for a neck breaker.
Ducks the line and big clothesline.
And he put all his body behind that one, Trevin. He jumped, he launched almost 200 pounds through the air, clothesline.
Trying to replace, should I say, the nose.
Now Slade Porter looking for a German suplex, but he eats a back elbow off the appetizer menu here at the OCC Road House.
These athletes have been throwing everything at each other, and face first goes. Slade Porter, is this going to be the end?
Inside out suplex onto his face. Papi D is on fire, and he is looking to put Slade Porter away.
Definitely a pivotal moment in this matchup. Don't waste time. We've seen the resilience, but now the kicks. Concussive force to the chest.
Holding his arm to keep the chest prone and kicking him directly in the solar plexus, in the sternum. And now, from the corner.
Was looking for that running kick, the Caribbean kick, but very smartly Slade has been able to escape so far.
Going for that neck breaker.
And every time Slade tries to escape, Papi finds a way back.
This has been an incredible contest, back and forth.
Ooh, God, a gut punch right there. Almost like that didn't just pop a kidney, I don't know what.
And both men back and forth, rolling through, but Slade Porter comes out with the advantage. And now is the game afoot, Trevin.
Reverse figure four, if this is applied by Slade Porter, that's it. And Papi knew, kick it off, Slade Porter.
He locks in that game's afoot, and it's game over, Trevin. And now Papi D, he eating a back elbow off the OCC Road House appetizer menu. And now, what is Slade Porter going for?
Another magnifying glass, the damn spyglass.
Secret one from deep in his pants, but Olivia having none of it, laying down the law.
But she's distracted right now, and
Slade Porter's got another one.
What the hell? Swinging wildly, but caught by Papi with a big forearm to the face.
How many magnifying glasses does one man keep in his pants? The hood may never know, but Papi D just put him to sleep.
The Colada GTS, and that is it.
Here's your winner,
And Papi D getting some revenge. Slade Porter going to the proverbial well with the magnifying glass more than once. And Papi D said there's a knee to the face and put him to sleep.
That was an absolute battle. Both men left it all in the ring, no question, and the shortcuts from Slade Porter better watch out.
And Papi D doing some investigating on his opponent right here in front of everyone at the OCC Road House. Stuffs the magnifying glass back down in his pants and sends him packing. Your winner, Papi D.
I think we learned something about both of these guys here tonight. Not only is there a toughness to the athletes, but Papi D able to both persevere as well as show when push comes to shove, you don't mess with Papi D.
You don't mess with Papi D. And this is the incredible action that you can see here. Monday Night Mayhem, each and every week. Free on YouTube, free on Facebook. General admission, free. Good seats, ringside, $10. And you get a free DVD.
And you get to enjoy not only some phenomenal action, getting a little taste of the future of the sport of professional wrestling. But man, coming off one hell of a grudge match, well, I think it's time for another one, and it's one I've been really looking forward to.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the main event. Here's a tag team contest scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first.
Okay, why is Damian Gemini on crutches?
I have absolutely no idea, Trevin. He was not on the injury report. He was cleared by medical staff, and now it comes game time. He is out here on crutches. It's main event time.
Acting like the right knee is an issue in the moment.
And if you...
Oh, you know who that is right there?
TJ Brady's mother in the crowd, and she does not look happy to see him.
What does it say when a man's mother is disappointed, doesn't appreciate the attitude of the man? You know, they always say a face only a mother could love it, even in this case. Well, sorry, TJ, looks like Bob's not approving.
And who can forget the last time that this match was scheduled, Trevin? It was about a month ago. And then Damian called out, he said he had a 108-degree fever. And now he's out here with a knee injury. He's got padded crutches.
Well, I heard in the late 90s there was a certain company where hangnails got you out of the work as well. So maybe that's the angle Damian's thinking about right now. Pretending he can't get in the ring. I'm not buying this at all. I'm not even remotely buying this.
I want to say it's because he's afraid to face his father. TJ Brady is afraid to face Rick Thames, and they know that they're finally going to get what's coming to them right here, right now, Trevin.
It's put up or shut up. You never know. These young men have found a way before. I'll think about it.
Fakers are not one of them. Puertorican Hound, Dogg, and Rick Thames, you wanted a match tonight? There's no fevers. Damian suffered a serious knee injury lifting heavy weights at the gym. So unfortunately, this match is not going to happen tonight.
Saying the match is not going to happen tonight.
I apologize for the inconvenience, Trevin. I know you run a tight ship with Shine FIP, which you still won't let us on, but this was not planned. We apologize, and if you want to find someone else for them to wrestle, that's fine. You know, we're just at maybe Vice and Violence. We're good.
I got an idea.
And their opponents
Indeed, that was my idea, was send down their opponents.
It's what's on our format. It is time for Lemuria.
And it's a miracle. Damien Gemini jumped out of the ring. How did he do it?
I was going to say, did you see how fast, agile, and able to jump Damien Gemini was when that ass whooping was coming from the entranceway? And they called the bluff, and it's main event time.
Praise the Lord. Can't believe it happened. Hey, say what you will. Bottom line. Former WWN Proving Ground Tag Team Champions, terrible attitudes. However, these men have been successful, and Lemuria have found a way when you least expect it. But man, they pushed it so hard. Of course, big dog right there, Puertorican Hound Dog, Rafael Gonzalez.
Hey, excuse me, ref, hit two. Good hit two. Bring him back.
You can see Damien desperately begging to slow down this pace and carefully get into the ring. Nevertheless,
he was also insinuating referee favoritism since Rick Thames is the commissioner. So are the refs on his side since that's technically referee Jay Taylor's boss?
It's a good question on that one. Nevertheless, leave conspiracy theories aside.
And Lemuria won't get in the ring.
Listen to TJ Brady, the smack talk. Damien stabbed his father in the back. Well documented. I know I've said how many times I've been disappointed by him, but really, you look at TJ Brady and how much he's pushed things.
Trevin, Rick Thames is trying to hand off his flipper.
His what?
His flipper from his mouth. Nobody would take it.
The hell's a flipper? Fake teeth? You gotta help me out with that. In other words, Rick Thames has been in so many fights, his damn front teeth have been knocked out. Is that what you're telling me?
They have been in fight after fight after fight. Rick Thames, Rafael Gonzalez, over 50 years of wrestling experience.
Probably more than that. I think Rick Thames debuted in 1991. Maybe even further back than that.
And who can forget all the infamous battles? Sonny T, Rick Thames, the Southern Posse, bleeding and putting ass beatings all over the state of Florida.
And of course, Big Dog, 25 years of experience. But here's the thing, TJ Brady, listen to these guys, man. Rick, can you just punch one of them in the face so we can give a little background here because they won't shut up. Ah, there we go. Not a smart move there by TJ Brady trying to lock up with our WWN commissioner. And hey, say what you will, Jay Taylor's calling it down the middle. Well, TJ asked for that. TJ asked for that. Here's the thing, TJ's the one that pushed it. There was one time things were getting out of control. TJ put his hands on and, well, you said it. Call it what you called it earlier.
I don't remember what I called it earlier, Trevin.
Hit him with a nut tap, and it was very unprofessional, and that began things. And so that was the situation as Damien's now tagged in, and looks like it's going to be both of the men tossing Damien. That was the first time, and there were the fines. Hands were put on Rick Thames, and it just kept getting crescendoing and going further and further and further. And look at these two.
And Lemuria have been asking for this. They stabbed Rafael Gonzalez in the back. They continually assaulted officials and ran their mouths to WWN officials, and they came with the doctor's notes, and they tried to avoid and break every rule. And now they're trying to avoid the beating that is rightfully coming to them.
Any excuse to get out of this matchup. Heck, look, even this count right now. You better watch out, because these two might just decide to take off.
Papa Dog Rafael Gonzalez is ready for a fight, and he is ready to put some of this beating on his son.
The drop toe hold there goes down. Damien Gemini, it took a while before Big Dog was willing to throw hands with his son, but not surprisingly, Lemeria pushed it and pushed it and pushed it. It finally got to the point where Big Dog said, you need tough love, young man, and that's what you're seeing here, ladies and gentlemen.
Rafael Gonzalez, really, he tried to mind his own business, let his son become his own man, and just focus on himself.
And now biting the hand. But to your point, in trying to mind his own business, but then getting involved in the business, Vice and Violence had their tag team championship lost to Lemeria. And look at the biting, the continued biting as Rick Thames distracts Jay Taylor, senior official here.
And it has been known for a dog to bite once in a while, Trevin.
I'm not gonna argue with that.
And he just headbutted him in the hand. That's a unique offense. And Trevin, you got to admit, we try to be unbiased in the commentation station, but seeing Damian Gemini take that knife edge chop feels a little good.
Oh, absolutely. Here's what happens. You want to poke the bear, so to speak. You want to see what it's like to take advantage of your father's love, let alone push our WWN Commissioner Rick Thames. Oh my gosh, with the rolling senton. And there's the pin. Broke it up by TJ Brady. There's a reason Rick Thames stays out of the ring, and it is not because of his age. Rick can still throw down, as you're seeing. We keep him as commissioner to keep him from hurting people. Keep him away. Rick's a violent guy.
Rick Thames is here at WWN Proving Ground to make sure the rules are followed and that we have a safe work environment. I was on a phone call with Rick Thames earlier this week, and he told me he didn't want to do this match. And if it wasn't for Damian and TJ constantly pushing the envelope, he wouldn't do this at all.
Well,
they've asked for this ass whooping week in and week out.
You said it, the abuse of officials, and what a kick taken off the head of Damian Gemini. And this is probably it, but there's TJ Brady to immediately break it up. And I know our camera's not catching. I just looked at TJ's mother and again shaking her head in disappointment.
Damian Gemini in trouble. The Southern Gentleman, Rick Thames and Papa Dog putting a beat down on Little Dog, giving him a little life lesson, if you will, Trevin.
Isolated, smart tag team action here from the veterans. Keep the ring cut off, and Damian finding out head first what that turnbuckle feels like from his father. And of course, Rafael Gonzalez trained Damian Gemini. Uh-oh. Ouch. And you hear the people, they would love another one.
They want one more, give it to him.
Oof.
Lighten up his son. But like you were saying, Trevin, Rafael Gonzalez taught Damian Gemini everything he knows.
But of course, as they say, you know Gonzalez didn't teach Gemini everything that Big Dog knows. As the Big Dog getting ready to fly into the corner. Oh!
TJ Brady making the save.
Absolute catastrophe avoided there thanks to TJ, and now Damian Gemini taking advantage. All of the momentum of Big Dog was used against them, and that's the challenge for the Puertorican Hound Dog. When you're that size, man, as you know, Alex, you go charge it in. The damn ring moved. Could have broke his own sternum in the process.
Once you get that much momentum going, you cannot stop easily, and that was like a car crash. And now Lemeria.
With the strikes in the corner, TJ Brady. Now the
signature Lemeria right there.
Is it enough? Not quite. Starting to say TJ's now, of course, the legal man, as you saw with the pin right there. TJ finds something to complain about every single week, Alex. I'll tell you right now, and I'll give it to him. Well delivered there, but taking too long for the pin.
Hell, I was filling in for Michael James, and he was complaining to me about my ring announcing. It's like, brother, I'm just filling in a role. Like, they complain every week about everything.
There's always something right there, but now here's the Big Dog starting to get up, starting to fight up. Brady, perhaps. See, there it is again. Just too much showboating.
TJ Brady thought he was ready for another one, but then that pain set in and he collapsed.
And now the sleeper, but into the corner. Big Dog crushing Damien, but exposed and right there in that sternum like I talked about earlier. Now the pin.
Drop kick from TJ Brady right to the midsection, stopping Papa Dogg's momentum.
And I gotta say it again, I think a lot of people, as the choke right here you're seeing from TJ, they don't realize the sternum is one of the weakest parts there in your body, in your chest. And once compromised, you won't be able to breathe. Heck, your heart can get damaged. I'm really worried about Big Dog. And it all goes back to that collision.
Early on in my training, Trevin, I bruised my sternum.
Oof.
And I had to take about 2.5 weeks off because I couldn't even take a deep breath.
And of course you saw Rick Thames was incited by TJ, the pin again, and the official never looked at Rick Thames, so I'm gonna throw one to TJ. Here's the soundbite I bet you we're gonna see on his little TikTok-y, Instagram-y thing. Did Jay Taylor purposely not notice Rick Thames coming in?
I don't know, but did Jay Taylor also not see that inadvertent low blow when Rafael Gonzalez kicked out?
We're gonna find out. Coming in and, well, telegraphed it, double DDT.
Double DDT, plants both Lemuria. The fans are coming alive at the OCC Road House, Trevin. It's main event, it's family affair, it's grudge match.
It's been a long time coming, months and months and months. Coming to a head here, Monday Night Mayhem, and I hope somebody gets up. And it looks like it's gonna be Big Dog.
And if he gets the tag to Rick Thames here, Lemuria is gonna be in trouble because here comes a 300-pound wrecking ball of violence.
WWN Commissioner Rick Thames showing you. We keep talking about old dog, right? You know, here's a real old dog and bam, throwing the old school and it's working.
Clotheslines for everybody, double noggin knocker, and the Papa Dog Rick Thames combination laying waste to Lemuria.
Oh, what a chop. Can this go on all night? I'm really enjoying this right now, I'm gonna be honest.
This has been a blast.
Do-si-do, and effective, splashes upon splashes.
And Lemuria, they don't know what to do. Rafael Gonzalez, Rick Thames laying waste to Lemuria.
These young men probably don't know where they are right now, Alex.
And now Rick Thames going out after TJ Brady.
There's no solace for TJ Brady, and inside of the ring, watch out. The release German suplex deadlift style from the Puertorican Hound Dog.
Nasty deadlift, stalling German suplex, planting his own son. You know that's gotta be mixed emotions. Feels so good to finally get your hands on him, but then it's your kid.
Oof, and there's TJ able to take our commissioner shoulder first into the post, and I get your point, but by the same token, I think what the hell? What the hell?
TJ Brady, those were brass knuckles, weren't they?
Blocked by the Hound Dog. Where the hell did Brady get those?
And Damian Gemini, does he have some?
He sure does. Damian Gemini with his own pair of brass knucks just hit his father. Despicable. And now the attack right here, and Rick Thames starting to come in, but Thames still showing the effects of going shoulder first into the post.
And TJ Brady, he just punched Rick Thames in the head with the brass knuckles.
You've gotta be kidding me. And now threatening the official, do it, you'll get fired, you little punk.
And is that a dog chain?
Oh God.
We got brass knuckles, we got dog chains. Rafael Gonzalez and Rick Thames are in trouble.
Oh, this is bad, Alex. This is bad.
And he's choking the life out of his own father. Live at the OCC Road House.
Dog is turning blue. TJ's throw it in.
There's a crutch. Referee Jay Taylor's calling out the cavalry.
We finally got officials coming.
Gator, Olivier, Kessner, they're all in there. They're trying to pull him off. But what the hell?
This is despicable. Stop him. Get the hell in there. He can't breathe. Hound Dog.
There's going to be fines all the way around. WWN management has got to get a hold of what's going on here. The commissioner beat down. Rafael Gonzalez getting the life choked out of him. Lemuria. What the hell did we just witness, Trevin?
Alex, this is not the visual I expected to see at the end of tonight. And I've got a lot of concern right now. What the hell? Get him out of there. What are these zebras doing? What do we pay these people for? Get the punk-ass kids out of the damn ring.
And a chair shot on top.
How long was Big Dog choked?
I don't know.
Where I come from, and that is the island of violence.
You're all very happy with our actions today. Trevin, I can see you sitting up there grabbing that triple J. You remember these faces. There's nobody gonna forget the main event tonight. La Maria. 2 top guys. Ain't nobody better than us. You want an example? Look in the ring. Give us a full back.
This is not over. You know this is not over.
They said, give us the gold back. Look what we did to them in the ring. That was Damien's father. That was the commissioner. We were having an entertaining contest.
And you guys are in charge. We run the joint.
Brass knuckles choking his own father with a damn chain. The chair attack, they're throwing crap at us right now. Alex, this is out of control. Close us out, man, close us out.
Absolutely out of control. TJ Brady, Damien Gemini, I'm sure that they're getting the letters typed up already right now for fines, possible suspensions.
Qualification, the team of the gentlemen, Rick Thames, and the Puertorican Hound Dog, Rafael Gonzalez.
Who the hell cares who won? What I know is when these two lick their wounds, and I really hope Big Dog's okay, Lemuria, their days are numbered.
Their days have to be numbered because over 50 years of wrestling experience and 6 months of Monday Night Mayhem violence and pent-up frustration is coming straight for them. What a night here at WWN Proving Ground, Trevin. For Alex Green, Trevin Adams, everyone here at WWN Live, thank you for joining us. Make sure you're subscribed, and good night.
Rick Thames. Y'all thought you had it all figured out. And you did. To a point. And that point being, we remembered the trainings of Francisco Chiazzo, not forgotten by the shining stars of now, which is us. And now, Rick, you can't drive this big rig home. And you know why you can't drive the big rig home? Because we knocked your old ass out. So now, I'm gonna hotwire this, take it home, because now that we've destroyed WWN management, Trevin included, because that voice is shot, we rule the asylum. WWN belongs to La Maria. Our Proving Ground tag team title opportunities should be rolling in whenever we feel like it. You know why? Because we just demolished them. We came, we did exactly what we said, and it doesn't matter about the wins or losses, because they're not getting back from that.
And as for the big dog, it's time for you to start taking me seriously. Remember that I also come from the island of violence. I live off of violence, and I thrive off of violence. And tonight, I prove to everyone in WWN that Hound Dog isn't the big dog no more. I'm the big dog, and I am that freaking dog.
Everyone is on notice from this point forward. Whether you like us, you don't, we don't care. Wrestling is in our blood, fighting is in our veins, and this is our house!